Hello New Zealand, thanks for joining us. I'm Philip Duncan with your weekend weather outlook, and this week's been a little bit unusual with all that rain around Hawke's Bay and the beautiful sunny weather around the South Island. It doesn't really feel like the start of spring, but this is it. And the southeasterlies are still pretty strong around some parts of the North Island, but the good news is they are starting to ease, and the rain is also about to ease, but you've got about another 24 hours to go before it fully starts to break apart. Low pressure is all out to the east or the northeast. The southeasterlies is the squash zone between that low pressure to the northeast and this area, which is high pressure, not a lot of wind, and that's why some big frosts around the South Island today. I saw -3s and 4s and even a -5, so pretty cold stuff. But look, this is the temperatures on Saturday, the departure from normal, and really what you're looking at is the South Island is warmer than average. Now, it might be a cold night tonight and a cold morning, but in the afternoon, inland areas are looking pretty mild, 4 to 6 degrees above normal in that red area. But in the north, it's still colder than average around Hawke's Bay. But the southeasterlies, as they dry out and head northwards, just like a reverse nor'wester, they are warmer than usual in the afternoon for some of these northern spots. So this is how Saturday looks. The big low, well, it's moving away out to the east, but the last gasp of showers continues around Hawke's Bay. The good news is the really heavy stuff is certainly starting to ease. The southeast winds are also slowly easing. You can see they're a little bit breezy around the North Island, but nothing happens really over the South Island because you've got that big high, so light winds around the South Island. So Saturday is definitely an improving day across many areas, and then on Sunday it's better still across the country. The showers almost completely clear away from Hawke's Bay. A few will linger around Mahia Peninsula and northern areas, just caught up on the edges of that really big low. The South Island's still under high pressure, and in fact high pressure, which is off the screen here, now starting to briefly come into the North Island. But make the most of your Sunday, because next week it starts to go back downhill again for just the very top of the country. Now this low is a very weak one. At this stage it doesn't look too troublesome, but because it's going to be in an area where it can tap into subtropical air and it's got a southerly on that side, it might spin it and deepen it and bring in some heavy rain again for northern New Zealand. But at this stage, Monday doesn't look too bad. A little bit of patchy rain for the north from about maybe Northland down to Auckland. Most other areas look dry, but a little bit of colder weather down around the South Island, some southerlies and a few showers coming in there. They might even turn to snow a little bit higher up, above 500 metres or so. And then we get to Tuesday, that low deepens further, but there's this big bout of high pressure, so that low is churning by, and I've seen other models that lower it and push rain back into Hawke's Bay, so we haven't completely ruled it out just yet, but at this stage the models look as though the high is going to come in and kind of push that rain away and out of Hawke's Bay. Fingers crossed, you don't need any more rain. You've had enough for this entire month. So now we need it to be dry, and that's why this big high coming in around next Wednesday is going to be welcomed by most of you, I would imagine. That is all from me. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay warm, stay dry. We'll see you again on Monday.